we're going to be talking about the Canadian Pacific Railway in Whitewood, Saskatchewan. The CPR line through Whitewood was constructed in 1882. On August 13th that same year, it was opened for carrying traffic. On July 11th, 1882, the Winnipeg Free Press states, "Station established at Whitewood, Siding 9, end of 2nd Division." The station received its name from the Whitewood in the area, hence how the town ultimately got the name Whitewood. Fun fact, most of the early settlers helped lay these rails. The original station and freight shed was constructed in 1891 at the cost of $148. Mr. Charlie Davis Sr. was the first section foreman in Whitewood. His job was to coordinate the tasks for the day, create schedules for the workers, oversee the quality of the site, and manage the budget, and he would report all this to the project superiors. Mr. McIntosh Sr. was a brakeman in 1892, and a brakeman's job is to assist the braking of a train by applying brakes on individual wagons. This is a very dangerous job, as they would have to work on the roof of a moving train. This is no longer necessary today with modern technology, but the job title is still used today. Work trains traveled as far as the tracks were laid to Whitewood. Some of the early settlers recount how they would come to Whitewood and then have to back all the way up to Virden, Manitoba, where there was a roundhouse for them to turn around. In 1917, Archie Campbell became the first trick operator in Whitewood. Then in 1922, he returned to Whitewood as second trick operator. He held this position for 22 years. Now you might be wondering, what is a trick operator? Well, trick just means shift. So first trick would have been daylight, second trick afternoon, and third trick midnight. Mr. Ted Potts served as drayman from 1940 until the end of the station era in 1971. He served under Mr. Campbell, Mr. Lyon, Mr. Smith, and Mr. Curtis. The drayman's job is like that of a deliveryman's, but it involves unloading the train. During these years, the station was open 24 hours a day. The telegraph operators, who copied the orders for the trains and telegrams for the public, served the extra hours. Whitewood was the end of a single track, meaning all trains eastbound received orders for the meeting of trains westbound. The operators at Whitewood had control of the trains by operating a rail switch at the end of the single track, where the former Saskatchewan Wheatpool elevator stands. This was an electric switch operated from the station office by the man on duty. In 1929, the first station was moved to make the house on 815 Southwest Street. The second station was built in that same year. Whitewood Station was then moved from its location in the winter of 1972. The freight shed was moved to the swimming pool and made into an office and change room. Whitewood was a railroad town, although today's only reminder of the past are the tracks through town. Here at the museum, we are happy to preserve the little pieces of history through artifacts and photographs, so that when they come together, they show the bigger story and impact on our community. That concludes my verbal presentation for you guys, but the rest of the video will include some more information and pictures. So be sure to stick around, check it out, and as always, thank you for joining the Whitewood Historical Museum today on learning about the CPR.